Good morning. This is Joan Wilson, and I want to introduce you to my friend Alice Schultz. And she has a story she'd like to tell. So I invited her to this Zoom meeting. And Alice, would you like to tell us the story?
Of course. So this is my story of how I met Joan. It's absolutely true, but not quite. Some 4 years ago, a friend and I took a day trip to Sierra Vista. Over the years, my friend had been in Cochise County many times, but I'd never been. Both of us live in Phoenix, close to 3 hours away. After we drove through Sierra Vista, we turned up Charleston toward Tombstone. The air was sweet and fresh, and there was no traffic, and the mountains looked so gorgeous. By mile marker 10, I was saying, "This is so beautiful. I have to buy a house here." Driving back to Phoenix, I waited for that thought to pass, and it didn't. Nor did it pass the following day or the next. I checked online for houses in Tombstone and saw one I liked right away. It was in town. The house had been on the market for about a year, but I was afraid it would get away from me. I had to hurry. I had to find a realtor fast. My search came up with a bunch of real estate companies, and I chose Long Realty, a name I'd seen before. I called, and a gentleman answered the phone and said he was the broker, and he'd have an agent call me back. I thought, okay, someone will call back in a couple of days. And that's when I met Joan. I remember this so clearly. I was sitting on the couch in the living room, my cell phone in my lap, telling myself to have patience. And Joan called back. It took her maybe 3 minutes. So that's when I met Joan. But actually, it was the following week. We got together in Tombstone and went to see the house. We saw 4 houses that day. I didn't buy the house I thought I wanted in town, but I did buy one of the other 3, a house I love. My story of how I met Joan.
Thank you, Alice. That was great. The funny part is I remember that first house you looked at, and we looked at what, 2 or 3, but there was one that you actually did like, and your friend thought it was a great house too, but it wasn't the house you ended up with. And I think
No,
you made a wise choice on that. It needed a lot of work.
the house I wanted actually had a sign in the bathroom that said "Follow your dream," and that was it. That was my house right away.
So how long have you been in Tombstone now? I mean, I know you come quite frequently, but what is it? This is the 3rd year?
I think it's at least the 3rd year. I think possibly the 4th year.
Wow.
And I'm there like every other week for about 4 days.
That's nice. That is nice.
It is nice. Especially I have deer in the back and the sunsets are just gorgeous.
I've seen some of your pictures. Yeah, I'm kind of envious. Those deers really come right up to you almost.
They come right up to the porch. We built a porch. I built a porch in front of the deck in the back, and they come right up to the porch, and they come right up to the deck. I look over the deck. There are the deer there.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much. That was very sweet of you to do that. I really appreciate your time, and
thank you.
And have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.